What's up? It's George the Fragrance Apprentice doing a fragrance review. What's one of those? Oh my goodness, what is this? Some sort of top one list? Yes, it's a top one list in which I speak specifically about one fragrance. I know, it's very rare to see these days in the flood of top tens, which I have begrudgingly contributed to. But let's do it, for old time's sake. Let's do a fragrance review on a fragrance that isn't hyped at all, that nobody really is talking about. God, I can't wait! I just can't wait for the views and the spicy ad revenue on this one. It's gonna be so good. Sometimes you've got to do videos that just aren't going to get the views. Views be damned. I'm doing this for you. The hashtag select for you. And my number one on my number one list today is this. It's Misfit by Arquiest. Let's talk about it. So I spoke about this at quite a length when I did my 5 favourite fragrances. If you're watching this review, it's probably because you watched that video. I think I've said sort of everything, but I have had a few thoughts since then. But just in case you don't know, I bought a fragrance from Bloom, and this was one of the samples, and I sprayed it on and thought, well, that's just absolutely gosh darn brilliant. So let's go to Would You Like This? Patchouli lovers, patchouli incense lovers, patchouli essential oil lovers. So I've worn this a lot more since that video, and what I've realized also is that the font, the bottle design, the fragrance, this is a 1970s fragrance. Everything about it, even the font, even the way that the bottle is designed, even the name, Misfit, it's very, very 70s, very late 70s fragrance. And if I'm honest, the way that it's shaped, this is more like a woman's fragrance, really, but it is unisex, so gents, don't worry. And yeah, this is an extremely unisex fragrance. My female viewers, all 2 of you, hey mum, you might like this one. In my mind, I see a woman who is an artist, an actress, a pagan, somebody who's one with nature, that type of thing. I think could really, really enjoy this. This does smell, like I said in the 1 hour video, like a pagan shop, or a shop that sells incense sticks. One of those types of shops, whatever that may be. But if you're somebody who's bohemian, if you're somebody who enjoys the arts, if you're somebody who enjoys fragrances that are a little bit rough around the edges, and you do enjoy patchouli and those old school 1970s fragrances, and you just like, and you also like incense in general, this is something that I think you would enjoy. Now, this does not smell like incense, but it has that kind of incense stick vibe. So, presentation. Again, a bit of a throwback. I don't know if I like it. It was one of the things that actually put me off buying it. I'm not a big fan of the bottle. I feel as though it is a tribute to a late 1970s bottle, but I don't like it. I don't even like the name. Misfit. I don't think that it's a fragrance that misfits anywhere because it's such a well-rounded and pleasant patchouli. I'm going to sort of give it the benefit of the doubt. I like the juice colour. I kind of see where it's going and see what it's doing. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. The scent, though, is going to fare a lot better. This is patchouli, that nice lemon, bergamot, citrus opening that parades really well with the patchouli. And the patchouli is very powdery, almost fluffy, but it's also got this kind of deeper edge to it. It's got a musty kind of smell, a weathered and worn kind of smell that's really, really interesting. Now, it's not dirty, that's the thing, it's not like that. It's a very clean fragrance, that citrus cleans up the patchouli, very nice, but it's a powdery, musty texture with that patchouli, and that's great, very beautiful. Like I said, it reminds me very much of those pagan-style incense shops that are up and down the UK. They're probably where you are. Bohemian, mystical, thought-provoking, great scent, and a really lovely old-school use of patchouli, which could have gone too far. Like I said, it could have gone too dark, too heady, too heavy, but it didn't. It keeps it light, keeps it serene, keeps it lovely, keeps it wonderful. I really love it. It's very high quality, £160. For 100 milliliter, yes, I mean, I paid for that, that's why I paid for this, I bought this full retail. I think it's justified. I think the performance also really justifies it, which I'll get to in a moment. Anything over 180 though, and especially to 200, no, that's pushing it. If you can get it for the Bloom price of £160, which is about $200, yeah, I think that is a fair evaluation for this fragrance. Also added on top of that, it's unique. Patchouli is a very common fragrance, And it's getting to the point, this is a really sad truth. What I'm about to hit you with is the truth, and it's sad. If this had come out as a designer in the 1970s, nobody would blink an eye. It'd been great. We're now so far gone with this whole reformulation thing that this comes out. This would have been not a dime a dozen, that's insulting, that's not true. But this would have been a very good high quality fragrance release in the late 1970s. And you would have probably only had to pay at that point, what, 40 quid? 35 quid? Adjusted for inflation now, 65, 70 pounds. But now things are so bad, you have to pay 160 pounds to get the quality that back then would have been common. So the projection is about a 4. It's like a weak 4. Could argue maybe 3.5. It's out there, it's good. Great for autumn, fantastic for autumn, but people will have to come in your space. This isn't really too loud, but if people come into your space and you're indoors, people will smell it on you. Don't know quite as much about outdoors. My girlfriend hasn't really noticed it when I've been walking outdoors, but indoors, yeah, you create a nice scent bubble and people can come into your space and they'll smell you. But the longevity is fantastic. It's a very strong 4 out of 5. Lasts the whole day. It's great. People will definitely be able to smell it on you. And that projection stays pretty consistent throughout the 12 hours. So this is a great workhorse for me on my skin. It's great. In general, Misfit by Arquiest is a lovely little number. It did win an award. It's done very well for itself. But I'm very happy as the fragrance brand to bring this to your attention. If you are a patchouli lover, this is something that you must try. 100%. And in general, just in autumn, this has been very lovely, very cozy, and something that has been different from the more gourmand sweet fragrances that I usually like at this time of year. So it's been great. Overall, I'm actually going to give this a 5 out of 5. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. Just love it. Just really, really love it. It still remains one of my favourite fragrances as of right now. So a very easy 5 out of 5. Anyway, I'm the Fragrance Apprentice. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you want to support the channel further, more than a like, you can, of course, donate to the PayPal. Anyway, I'm the Fragrance Apprentice. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.